Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It seems to be Diddy's RICO charges aren't the main things that Jay-Z should be stressed over on the grounds that Chris Brown just uncovered him in the most stunning manner that you can at any point envision. Over the recent years, there have been numerous charges of how Jay-Z purportedly wrecks the vocation of craftsmen, and Chris Brown is moving forward to affirm the claims, guaranteeing that Jay-Z purportedly had him renounced as a result of Rihanna. And it's not for the explanation. You think cry? Is likewise standing in opposition to that 2009 occurrence among him and Rihanna, and he is at last recounting his side of the story. As per Chris, Rihanna had been going behind his back with Jay-Z and had additionally purportedly given him a STI that she had gotten from Jay-Z. Assuming you feel that is terrible enough, well, you should plunk down until the end of this tea on the grounds that Chris has the absolute most out of control, most disease stories to tell about what truly occurred among Rihanna and Jay-Z. Did he truly blame Clive Davis and other industry monsters of assisting Jay-Z with bringing him down? How about we separate it? Chris Brown is weary of you all running accounts about him for the beyond 15 years, and he is at long last emerging to separate the record straight about what truly occurred among him and Rihanna back in 2009, and how Jay-Z set him up and afterward exploited that to destroy his vocation. Now you all most likely have a profound knowledge of the 2009 episode, with these two that happened when they got into a battle in the vehicle. The night prior to the Grammys, Chris put hands on her, and she wound up with extreme injuries all over, and Body Chris was captured and was condemned to 5 years of probation and 1 year of DV mentoring. Throughout the long term, he has apparently conceded his culpability in the circumstance and has kept up with the account that he was put out by Rihanna and her group about how the contention began on the grounds that she doubt that he was betraying her, which made her beginning hitting him. Yet he blew up and punched her again and again in a meeting. Rihanna said, "I got him in." Obviously false, and he wouldn't come clean and I wouldn't drop it. I was unable to take that. He continued to mislead me and he was unable to take that. I wouldn't drop it swelled into him, being rough towards me. And it was revolting. I was battered. I was draining. I was enlarged in front of me. She likewise conceded that the relationship was really poisonous, saying the more enamored we turned into the more hazardous we became for one another, similarly risky, in light of the fact that it was a bit of a fixation for the most significant length of time. Chris additionally obliged on this occasion, asserting that he had flown off the handle. When Rihanna found him bamboozling, I told her that she had zero faith in me with anything, so I would let her have the choice. Grateful, you can take a gander at my telephone, so I gave her the telephone. She takes a gander at the telephone, and there is a message that says, "Kill the Grammys, do your thing," and I didn't peruse the remainder of the message. I didn't open it, so she opened the message, and the remainder of the message said, "I'll see you at the cloud party. I disdain you ever anything begins hitting me. We're a little Lamborghini. You know she's battling me, and I'm similar to look. I'm coming clean with you. I pledge to God, you realize I'm coming clean with you. Stop it. Those I punched her, and it busted her lip, and when I saw it, I was in shock. I resembled, why in the world did I hit her? So from that point, she spit in front of me, spit the blood right in front of me. And I'm like, yo, so maddened me much more. It's a genuinely on battle in a vehicle. We driving down the road. So I'm similar to yo, man. We stumbling what are we doing? She's attempting to snatch her my telephone, and I'm not giving her my telephone to toss it through of the window. So she gets my nuts. And when she do that, I nibble her, I chomp her arm. I think as I'm driving, because I'm actually attempting to drive, and it's very much like a unimportant, moronic battle. Yet, throughout the long term, he has begun to retaliate to attempt to switch the account up, him indicating that there was more going on than individuals knew. For instance, when Chloe Bailey worked with Chris Brown on her melody, How Can It Feel, she got a ton of disdain for itself, and fans called her out for it. This made Chris so steamed that he went on a tirade saying, "If you all actually disdain me for a mix-up I made as a 17-year-old, if it's not too much trouble, kiss my entire whole ass. I'm effing 33. I'm so worn out on you all running with the story. You unusual individuals are the very ones that tune in each week to see Blueface and Cran beat down one another before the world. Yet that is okay. It's diversion. You all can suck my D rudely." He proceeded, "Where is the drop culture with these white specialists that dates young ladies beat down their spouses? Giving ladies? That is correct. They are your mates. There is no more phony love for me. Stay out of my direction or get run over." As basic as that, not a single one of you, and I mean not a single one of you all, can be with me. This last part is intriguing on the grounds that, for reasons unknown, he was tossing some shade at an unmistakable someone who has been asserted to have gotten physically involved with numerous young ladies in the business and is hitched to a way more youthful lady than he is in the event that you all haven't sorted it out. He was alluding to Jay-Z. For one, Jay-Z is 12 years more established than Beyoncé, and despite the fact that he demands that she be 18 or 19 when they began dating, that didn't actually accumulate in a 2007 meeting with Charlie Rose. Jay-Z referenced gathering Beyoncé a long time back, setting their most memorable experience in 1997, now assuming that we figure it out. Beyoncé would have been only 16 years of age at the time. Kids subject to the specific timing, she might have even been 15 while he was in his late 20s. Yet from Beyoncé, there are additionally claims that he got physically involved with Lil' Kim when she was 15, and again he was in his 20s. So when Chris was discussing men who lay down with more youthful ladies, he was reportedly alluding to Jay-Z. The truly intriguing part is the point at which he discussed those men giving ladies as TDS, on the grounds that from the story that Chris is presently telling, Jay-Z supposedly had an unsanctioned romance with Rihanna while she was dating Chris, that as well as he purportedly gave Rihanna herpes, which she gave Chris as per him, he figured out the evening of the battle that she was going behind his back with Jay-Z. And furthermore about the herpes, and that is the genuine explanation that he flipped out and put his hands on her. This is a fascinating improvement, particularly on the grounds that there have been reports for quite a while that Jay-Z and Banna were associated with. Somehow the bits of hearsay were wherever in the last part of the 2000s and mid-2010s, yet Rihanna generally rejected that she was very familiar with Jay-Z, saying that everything unquestionably revolved around the music. Her marketing expert at the time even assumed a sense of ownership with G, adding out the phony word guaranteeing as he did it, as a method for pushing Rihanna's vocation. He said the PR stunt that I did was out of urgency to assist with Breaking Lake, the replay he composed. It was wild, and I didn't think it planned to work. I was simply tossing spaghetti at the wall to see what might stick. I didn't figure it would be this real issue, yet presently realizing that individuals are benefiting from hypotheses and sentiments about her truly makes me feel sick. I'm embarrassed that I'm in any event discussing this. I simply believe that need should settle this talk unequivocally. Yet Chris is currently asserting that this is all BS, since it's only a concealment in light of the fact that both Jay-Z and Rihanna were going well beyond to kill the bits of gossip about an undertaking due to how awful it would be for them. Surprisingly, more terrible. Chris is likewise asserting that Jay-Z supposedly constrained him to proceed with the account that they spread of how he was the one betraying Rihanna, despite the fact that she was the one betraying him. Jay-Z didn't believe that people in general should realize that Rihanna had purportedly been venturing out on Chris on the grounds that it would have prompted fans to ponder who she had been cheating with, and that would have driven straight back to Jay-Z, and he didn't maintain that that should happen. Kid, this is a ton to unload, and I won't lie, it sounds sort of difficult to accept in light of the fact that it seems like Chris is attempting to fix his picture. Yet Puma rightly upheld him on this, and you all realize that Panther has never been sued or trapped in a completely false situation right now, so you all can count on her promise. I'm saying I don't see the reason why individuals continue to discuss that. It was a very long time ago. They were both exceptionally youthful, and he had quite recently had his first herpes flare up from her giving him the herpes. Gracious my, I like how you realized. I mean, individuals don't have the foggiest idea about what happened that evening, and that is on the grounds that Jay-Z worked so hard to change. In the story of that evening, she additionally affirmed that Jay-Z had supposedly gotten physically involved with Rihanna when she was more youthful. Significantly more, she claimed that Rihanna's group had supposedly set her up with Chris Brown to remove consideration from what she had been doing with Jay-Z. Rihanna was just 14 or 15 when he began with her. In indications of the passing JY, it's obvious to say that the herpes that she had came from the individual. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.